strategies for customer retention, trust, and passion. That is the topic for today's interview. We will be talking to Zubin Patel, who has very beautifully used these qualities to retain customers over a very long period of time. And we'll show you how he did it. Hi, I'm Sirisha Ravuri, your online breakthrough consultant and a licensed NLP practitioner. Welcome to the Citrines channel, the ultimate guide to success mindset for business owners and entrepreneurs. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so that you're notified every time we post a cool video. In these times, customer retention becomes one of the most challenging problems a business can face. So now let's look at how someone from the business world has been tackling it. Hey, today we have with us Zubin Patel, who's a director in an 18-year-old HR consulting firm called Insights India. He has 3 master's degrees before he started this. So let's find out a little bit about him. Hi Zubin, welcome. And I would love it if you could share something about yourself with our audience.
Hi Sirisha, thank you for that brief and nice introduction. So very much a Mumbaiite, did my master's here in Mumbai long back, and then had 2 master's degrees in the US in accounting and finance. Lived in the US for 6 years. So worked with MetLife in New York, and then with a large paint manufacturing company in the US. So the first part of my journey was more in terms of accounting and finance, and then moved over to HR about 19 to 20 years back. So I live in Mumbai with my wife Archana, who also happens to be a director at Insights India, and my mom, who even today at 80 plus has a lot more energy than us together. I have a younger brother who lives in the US and is settled there. And I love traveling. So I would like to, set foot upon each of the things in the world. And I love reading a lot. So that's a little bit about me, Sarisha.
All right, that's great. So what gave you the idea to start a business?
So, whenever I have tried to look within and figure out when did the spark actually happen, I think it was always present in me in some form or the other. Even in the US, I had the spark and the idea. And when I came into India, did try my hand at something, but it was always something that, I tried doing on the side. And I realized 2 things. One is that working 16 hours or 17 hours for somebody, why shouldn't I do that for myself? And the second thing is that I would never able to do something as a business on a part-time basis on the side. So that's when I took the plunge. And sometimes I feel that I should have taken the plunge many years before that.
Okay. So how come Insights India? How come HR consulting?
Okay, so that's a story. So Insights actually was started by my wife, Archana. She's an ex-banker, and she's been a part of the startup team at ICICI Phone Banking and then with BNP Paribas. So when BNP Paribas decided to shut their retail operations in India, that's when she and a colleague of hers, Radhika, actually started Insights India, doing a lot of work in the area of training and something called service quality. So I'd known Archana from before. And when I decided to take the plunge and start, that's when they, asked me that why don't we join hands and do together, because it would be a nice compliment. And that's how I came on board. And
nice.
the name Insights India is a name that I really liked.
Mm-hmm. Great. That's awesome. So what is unique about the way you serve your customers?
Okay, so the couple of things that I think we have it in our culture and in our ethos is we never look at a customer as a customer. We never look at them as a client or a customer. We always look at them as someone that we are partnering with. So with every organization, or I would say most of the organizations that we worked with, those organizations have continued to work with us over the years. There's someone that we started work with 18, 19 years back when we started the company. And that person has still been our client even today.
That's amazing.
The thing is that we always look at understanding, look at understanding the pain point of the customer and look at the customer more as a family. And to be very honest, that's been reciprocated a lot from a lot of our customers. So I would say the average age of our customer would still be 7 years, 8 years. They've been with us over the years.
Very nice. That's very nice. So looking at the customer as family rather than as a client. And probably, I'm sure you play a part of a trusted advisor to them. So whether it is work or whether it is anything else related to the company, I'm sure they come to you for advice.
Very true, Shirisha. So as you're, stating that we have been like a trusted advisor to a lot of our clients. In fact, some of them who happen to be MDs of companies, will just call me, and it need not be work related. Have a cup
Mhm.
of coffee, and they talk to me about their personal problems or any issues that they're facing, and look at advice. And similarly, it goes. The reverse is also true. And in fact, in this lockdown, when I reached out to a lot of them and checking with them, they would also call back and check, how are we evolving, and what are any problems that we are facing. And
Right.
so it goes beyond a transactional relationship. It's more binding relationship that's long term more than just
That's
for a
great.
transaction.
That's great. That's great. And I have noticed that with many companies as well, when the business owner behaves like a trusted advisor rather than a transactional relationship, the clients stay longer as well. And I think that is a wonderful thing that you do.
Thank you.
So, if you had to attribute your success to one thing, what would that be?
One thing, okay. So I would say a couple of things. One
Okay.
is the passion. So
Mhm.
we don't approach any customer, like I said, as a client. It's the passion of wanting to do that. And it's the line of business that we get to learn a lot of new things. We work with people across industries, so there's a lot of learning. And somewhere that passion comes across. And with business owners, they relate to it very well. So they see the passion behind it. Also, I'm a firm believer of learning. So I always tell this to the younger generation that as medicines have a expiration date on them, education also has an
Mhm.
expiration date. So you got to keep learning. So we constantly do certifications and undergo trainings ourselves. Like I mentioned in the beginning, I'm a very avid reader. So
Right.
whether I'm on flights, at the airport, at home, I try and take time out to read, because at the end of the day, that's what gives you ideas, and that's what you can help your clients with.
Right.
So I would say these are two things that probably have been the reason for our success.
Awesome. Passion and learning, two amazing things that our audience also should take learn from. So, okay, so that is something that has made you successful. What advice would you give to someone who has, let's say, just started their business and is looking to learn from someone like you?
Okay, so that's an interesting question. So just if I may take you a little back in time, I'm a pass out and an alumni of Jai Hind College. And
Okay.
Jai Hind has something called a board of advisors, a board of mentors. So I happen to be lucky to have been invited to be on that board. So I do work with a lot of students, and a couple of things that I tell them. So everybody is very enthused, at starting a business, and typically they'll set up an Excel sheet and do 5-year projections. And I keep telling them that that's not the way business works. You've got to
Right.
understand and do a study of the market, do a study of your sector. What are you looking to get in? But I do tell them one thing for sure, that when you get in with your whole heart, and do it at a young age. I think it's the best time to do it. I sometimes regret that I did not jump into doing a business at the age of 22 or 23, and did it probably about 8 to 10 years later. The
Uh-huh.
thing is that you're more fearsome.
Mhm.
You have a lot of more ideas, because as you grow older, sometimes you have a fixed notion on a lot of things, and you're more able to take risk at that young age.
Mhm.
And I think it's just getting in with your whole heart. I love that saying which says, dive deep, only deep sea divers find pearls. So you got to go in
Right.
it fully. And there's no guarantee for success or failure. There's absolutely no guarantee.
Mhm.
Sometimes the craziest ideas work, and sometimes
Mhm.
the best thought of ideas don't. So that's it. I would say just jump in headlong.
Jump in headlong, start young, take the risks. And what about people who are a little, who have crossed the 23, 24 age and still want to jump in? What about them?
Okay, so I'll share with you what advice I was given when I decided to take this. So I was very lucky. I was very lucky from the family point of view. My brother said, "Do it. Don't regret it later in life." My mom was pretty supportive. I lost my dad at a very young age, so dad was not around. But a lot of friends told me, you are working well at a senior level in a large organization. You're making so much of money. You'll be stupid enough. I had some friends' parents who told me that. Some close childhood friend parents who told me you're foolish and stupid to take the plunge. But I thought, let me just go with the flow. I never even, honestly, once when we started the company, I never even once thought that I want to go back to work. Over the years, yes, like any business, you have your ups and downs. And there have been times when, we've had our tough times. And that thought, came into the head that should I go and take up a job? But the answer immediately came, no, now I don't think I'll work under anyone else. I'd rather do this. And it's also the change. It's also the difference that you see you can make in a lot of people's lives as an entrepreneur. So I would say, yeah, even if you're 45, 50 and you want to take the plunge, do it. Don't regret it.
So Zubin, what kind of people should get in touch with you?
So ideally, Sirisha, I would like entrepreneurs and owners of family-run businesses, first, second, third generation, because that's a lot of work we've done in that area. So those would be the kind of people, if they get in touch with, I should be able to help them out quite a bit.
Great. And how would you like them to get in touch with you?
So the best way to get in touch is either through our website or through the LinkedIn, through my LinkedIn profile.
Okay, great. So what I'll do is I'll put your website and your LinkedIn details in the description below. And, whoever wants can get in touch with you. And thank you so much for giving us your time today and sharing your valuable insights with the audience.
Thank you very much, Sirisha. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you very much.
I'm sure you enjoyed this conversation with Zubin. Tell us in the comments below what is your takeaway from this video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and share it with all your friends and colleagues. And make sure to subscribe to the Citrines channel. Until next time.